Okay, great. Good morning, everyone. This is the 2026, excuse me, Township of Montclair Retirees Move to Aetna presentation. My name is Elizabeth Roldan. I'm joined here by my colleague, Julie Servideo. We are the insurance brokers for the township's medical benefits. IMAC can assist you with any benefit questions that you may have, as well as any claim matters that you may be experiencing with regards to your medical, prescription, and/or dental benefits. Certainly, we encourage you to reach out to our office by calling 973-450-9800, or you can send us an email at info@imacagency.com, and we will get back to you regarding whether it's a benefit question or a question about the transition, or if you're experiencing a claim matter. We have an entire team dedicated to the Township of Montclair's active employees, as well as all of you that are retiree from the township. So please feel free to reach out to us directly. So the Township of Montclair will be transitioning its current medical and prescription plans from the New Jersey State Health Benefits Plan to Aetna on a direct basis. I understand that on this call we may have some non-Medicare retirees, and we also may have some Medicare retirees. So we are going to be communicating during this presentation any changes that are applicable to retirees in general, and specifically whether you are a non-Medicare retiree or a Medicare retiree. So for those of you that are a non-Medicare retiree and or your dependents, you will be transitioned to Aetna for medical and prescription coverage for the same plans that you have now. There are no plan changes to that, so you can go ahead and you'll have new ID cards, but again, no changes to your current coverages if you're a non-Medicare retiree, as you will be transitioned to the plan equivalent from Horizon in the state health benefits to Aetna. If you are a Medicare retiree, you will be transitioned to the Metro HIF's Aetna Medicare Advantage plan. Again, same benefits that you have in the state health benefits, but under the Metro Health Insurance Fund's Aetna Medicare Advantage plan. If you have a spouse or are currently eligible for, or if you and or a spouse are currently eligible for Medicare, you are required. You don't have, and I'm sorry, we're getting a ton of feedback. I apologize. Just please make sure that as you're in the meeting, you stay muted. Thank you. So if you and or your spouse are currently eligible for Medicare due to any reason, whether it's age or due to a disability, and you have not enrolled in Medicare, you do need to do that immediately for Part A and Part B. So again, if you are a Medicare eligible employee, a retiree, you do need to enroll in Part A and Part B as soon as possible, you and or your spouse. Part B open enrollment is January 1st through March 31st. And once you're enrolled in Medicare, you would need to enroll in the Medicare Advantage plan. If you and or your spouse have not yet become Medicare eligible, but become Medicare eligible at some point, again, you do have to enroll in Part A and Part B upon that eligibility. So it's recommended that you contact Medicare 3 months before your actual eligible date to ensure that you are enrolled on a timely basis. Once you're Medicare eligible, your benefits must transition to the Medicare Advantage plan, and that is the same as if the township was in the state health benefits. That is across the board the same rules. For those of you that are not Medicare, retirees, non-Medicare retirees, excuse me, you will not be required to complete any enrollment forms. As I mentioned previously, your information will be loaded into Aetna's enrollment system exactly as it appears in the Benefit Solver system right now. All enrolled participants that are non-Medicare retirees will be transitioned according to your current plan elections, unless you would like to request a change by submitting an enrollment form to the HR department by December 1st. We have the enrollment forms on the IMAC benefits portal, as well as you can access them and obtain them from HR. I think for the most part, everyone is in the top plan, which is the 10 plan. So really, you would be transitioning to the Aetna equivalent of that with those same benefits. If you do have a dependent that is overage that is enrolled in what's called Dependent 31 or Chapter 375, you would have that dependent enrolled either for medical or prescription, you would need to re-enroll under Aetna. So if that is a situation that's applicable to you, reach out to us. We can walk you through what that enrollment form looks like. We'll get you a copy of it, or it's available from the HR office as well as on the IMAC benefits portal. But if that's something that's applicable to you, that you have a dependent currently enrolled as an overaged dependent under the age of 31, you would need to complete that re-enrollment process now that the township is moving to Aetna. For those of you that are Medicare retirees, all Medicare primary retirees will be enrolled in the Aetna Medicare Advantage Plus plan. And you will be enrolled in the Aetna Medicare Advantage PPO ESA. So again, it's really the same plan that's provided in the state now, but it will be now provided through the Metro HIF, or Health Insurance Fund. Prescription benefits are now going to be provided by Aetna instead of Optum Rx. So again, as we said at the top of the meeting, you are going to get new ID cards for both medical and prescription. So it's important, especially we see it happening more on the prescription side, that you need to present now moving forward as of January your Aetna card instead of your Optum Rx card when you go to pick up your scripts. If you have a spouse or a dependent child that is not Medicare eligible, they will be enrolled in the Aetna plan according to the plan that they're currently in. So again, everything that's in Benefit Solver will be moved over to the Metro HIF Aetna enrollment system. Medicare primary members who are currently in New Jersey 1525 will be enrolled in the Aetna Medicare Advantage 10 plan, which is really an upgrade. It's a better plan. Medicare Advantage Plan members will receive a packet from the Metropolitan HIF shortly. I know all of you received the mailing that we sent you a couple of weeks ago, but for those of you that are Medicare retirees, you will be getting a separate welcome package from the Metropolitan HIF. If you have a provider that participates with the Horizon plan that you're currently in, but does not participate with the Aetna network, you may be eligible for what's called transition of care coverage if you're in the middle of a treatment such as cancer or a critical illness of that sort. Transition of care is something that is available if you are in that situation to continue the same with that same provider your treatment without an interruption in that. So please reach out to us if that's something applicable to you. We do have a form on the portal as well about it, but we highly encourage you to reach out to us just to make sure that everything is a smooth transition for you. For Medicare retirees, the 3 plans that are offered are the Open Access POS, which is the equivalent of the Direct 10 with Horizon or Freedom 10. If you are in the point of service 1525 with the NJ Direct, that's now the Open Access 1525. And if you are in the Medicare Advantage plan with the state, that is going to be moved over to the Metropolitan HIF's Aetna equivalent, which is the Medicare Advantage ESA PPO 10. So again, you don't have to really take any action as far as making a plan election because you will be moved over to the plan equivalent that you are currently enrolled in now. But if you are someone who is in that 1525 plan, you will be moved into the 10 plan, which is again a better plan. For Medicare retirees, we do have a plan comparison on the IMAC benefits portal. This is just a small screenshot of it, but I highly encourage you to go onto the portal to take a look at the full PDF, just so you can see how the benefits are side by side. And I think, and we're going to keep saying this, and I apologize for being repetitive, but we do really want to make a large emphasis on the ID cards. You are going to be getting new ID cards no matter if you're a Medicare or a non-Medicare retiree. Those will be coming to you really between that week of, I would say, Christmas and New Year's. You will have the ID cards in hand, mailed to you. So please make sure that you are presenting those new ID cards at your provider's office come January 1st, and also at your pharmacy. And again, if you have a dependent that is not Medicare eligible, they will receive their own separate card from Aetna. So we know that there are situations where you either have a dependent that's not Medicare eligible or you have a spouse that is not Medicare eligible. So they will get their own set of ID cards if that is a situation applicable in your case. Both prescription and medical plans and benefits will be listed on one card. Your ID cards will be delivered to your home shortly before January 1st. So again, please make sure that you're presenting that. After January 1st, you'll be able to log into Aetna's website to create a user account where you could print a temporary ID card if need be, or that will be your online access to all of your explanation of benefits, plan summaries, even searching for providers. You'll be able to do all of that with your Aetna user account. But that can only be set up after you're active in the system, which is January 1st. For non-Medicare retirees, if you have any pre-authorizations in place with Horizon, please reach out to us because we can certainly walk you with what that would look like. But in essence, your doctor would have to supply a new pre-authorization now that the coverages are moving to Aetna. Aetna and Horizon have separate claims systems, so that's why your doctor would have to submit a new pre-authorization, whether it's for a medical service or any procedures that you may be having right after the new year. That's important to note that your doctor will have to file a new pre-authorization under Aetna. Same would apply under prescription because your current carrier is Optum Rx. Any prior authorizations on any medications that you may have on file, you do need to have your provider submit a new one to Aetna. And there may be medicines that under Optum required prior authorization that maybe now under Aetna they don't, and vice versa. There may be medications under Optum now that don't require prior authorization that may do so under Aetna. But again, if this is something that is impacting you, please reach out to us. We want to connect with you one-on-one to make sure that your coverages, as far as your prior authorizations, are handled and are submitted in the system on a timely basis, so there's no delay in any care or medication that you're looking to get. If you are a Medicare retiree and you're currently enrolled in the Aetna Medicare Advantage plan and you have a prior authorization, again, you would need to get a copy of that and supply that to Aetna to review and put into the system. So we could that because it's Aetna from in the state versus Aetna with the metropolitan HIF, you will be able to get that transferred over. But again, reach out to us, especially if you're having a service that's happening right after the new year. I can tell you that we've been communicating with some retirees at this point that have had that are having procedures done January 5th. So it's important that if you have a prior authorization in place, that we work with you to either get your doctor to submit a new one, or if you're a Medicare retiree, get that prior authorization transferred over now that the transition is happening. Same thing would apply again for your prescription. If you're a Medicare retiree, you have Optum Rx, that will be going away because you will be moving to Aetna for your prescription. So it's important that you have your doctor submit that prior authorization in order, come January, in order for those medications to be pre-approved in the Aetna system so you don't have a delay in picking them up. I can tell you that whenever there is a group that is having a transition, we highly encourage everyone to do that last fill before the end of the year. It's important because if anything is going haywire, or if you don't get your ID card, if there's an issue at retail, whatever the situation that may present itself, we highly encourage you to get that last refill in. There is a courtesy fill that if you are going through a prior authorization that Aetna will do as a one-time courtesy to fill that medication. But again, just being proactive about your benefits, please make sure that you are getting that last fill so you have enough of that medication in case you need to get a prior authorization for that under Aetna moving forward. One of the other questions that we get a lot is how to look up an in-network provider. So again, we have it broken down because it really depends on whether you are a non-Medicare retiree or a Medicare retiree. So if you are a non-Medicare retiree, you would just go to aetna.com/docfind, and you would type in as the category Aetna Open Access Plans, and the plan name, or the network name, I should say, is the Managed Choice Point of Service Open Access Plan. From there, you will be able to search up any providers that you'd like if you're a non-Medicare retiree. But if you are a Medicare retiree, your plan includes the extended service area, which means that as long as you're using a provider that is participating with Medicare, you'll be covered under your plan. And again, as we mentioned before, if you're having a procedure done right after the new year, as soon as you get your ID card, let your provider know that you have new coverage that's starting as of January 1st, so that they can have it loaded into their system correctly. So when they file the claim, but also, so if there's a pre-authorization that needs to be done, so they can get going on that, because they may have to supply those clinical notes of why your procedure is medically necessary come January 1st. So again, if that's a situation that is applicable to you, reach out to us. But again, your search for providers is a little different depending if you're non-Medicare or if you are a Medicare retiree. And if you have a doctor or doctors that you'd like for us to look up, email us. We'll go ahead and do that search for you and get back to you on whether or not those doctors participate with your plan. For prescription formulary, which is the list of covered medications, you can also do a search to see how they are covered. And again, depending on whether you are a non-Medicare versus a Medicare retiree. So for non-Medicare retiree and or their dependents, the formulary list name under Aetna is called the Advanced Control Formulary. We have this link, which I know is very long. We have this on the portal. I know that in the communications that were emailed out, this was also included. So please make sure that you bookmark that link if you are a non-Medicare retiree, so you can search up your medication. And if you are a Medicare retiree, you'll be enrolled in the Aetna Medicare Advantage Plan, and the formulary for those members is the Aetna Medicare 4T Comprehensive Plus. You can go on Aetna's website, so aetna.com/Medicare, to do that search there as well. But again, we can do that search for you if you email us the list of your medications. So for non-Medicare retirees that may be doing mail order now, which I highly encourage mail order for everyone, because mail order will have the medications delivered to your home at a lower cost at a lower copay cost than if you were picking them up at retail. And also you get a larger 90-day fill versus 30-day, which is what you get at retail. But if you have mail order already set up under OptumRx, you will need to have that updated and changed over to CVS Caremark, which is the mail order service for non-Medicare retirees. You can actually set that up online or on the phone. We do have those instructions on the communication that was mailed to all of you, and we also have it on the portal as well. Your doctor can also submit that for you as well. So you can set up mail order on your own, or your doctor can do it for you, but really ideally your doctor would be giving you a script that you would be uploading to the CVS Caremark, or you can call them and they can handle it over the phone as well. So either or. But those are that is how you would handle mail order if you are a non-Medicare retiree. For those of you that are Medicare retirees, the CVS Caremark is also going to be the mail order provider for that. Again, you do need a new prescription, again, to fill that, and you can do that via the mail or via calling them or even online. But again, once you actually get your ID card, you can sign up for that. And again, your doctor can also do what's called an e-prescribe or an electronic prescription. But again, that is applicable if you are a Medicare retiree. Premium billing and payments. If you are a retiree that you pay the full cost or a portion of the cost of your benefits, the premiums no longer will be deducted from your pension payment. Instead, you'll be billed for that premium cost share by a third-party company called Benefit Analysis. That is who the township has contracted to go ahead and handle the collection of premiums, if that is applicable based on your retirement contract. So you will receive information from them if you are someone who is paying a portion or cost share of their pension of their benefit costs, I should say. As we mentioned at the top of the meeting, we do have the IMAC benefits portal that we are currently updating with all the information that we've presented today. We will be posting a link for the recording of this webinar there as well that we will share with other retiree members, or if you'd like to view it again, that's also available to you. So you can visit that by going to imacbenefits.com. You type in the guest key Montclair TWSP as laid out on the screen, And you will see that across the header, you will see a section for non-Medicare retirees as well as a section for Medicare retirees. So you'll know which one to click on based on whether or not you are a Medicare or non-Medicare retiree. For those of you that have dependent children that may be aging out, dependent children age out at the end of the year in which they turn 26. And under Aetna, they will have the option to do COBRA, and that will be automatically sent to them once they age out. If they meet certain criteria, which is called 375, Chapter 375, that is a New Jersey state mandate that may be applicable to them if they meet that criteria. And we mention it because it is a less expensive option than COBRA. And if you have dependent children that are special needs, there is coverage continuation for overage dependents with disability. We have all this information on the portal as well, but if it is applicable to you, please reach out to us and we can walk you through those next steps. Chapter 375, which I know I mentioned earlier, if you have a child that's already enrolled in that, you would need to complete that enrollment again now with this move to Aetna. But if your child is just aging out now, this may be the time of year that you may need to look into this if they don't have coverage outside of the one that you're offering them. So if they are under the age of 31 and have aged out of your coverage, as long as they are unmarried, have no dependents of their own, and they either live in New Jersey or are a full-time student at a public or private college or university, and if they are not entitled to any other group coverage or Medicare, they can stay on the same plan that you have for prescription and medical at about 61% of the single premium cost. We mention that because COBRA, if you know anything about it, is 102% of the single premium. So again, very important that if that is something that applies to you, certainly you can follow the link that's on the portal or reach out to us for additional information. But I guess at this point, just to wrap up and summarize, and again, if you have any questions, please put them through the chat in the meantime. Biggest takeaway is that every retiree for Montclair Township will be receiving new ID cards. Again, it'll depend on whether you are a non-Medicare or a Medicare retirees. Your cards may look slightly different, but you will be getting new ID cards. And please make sure that you are presenting them at your doctors and pharmacies come January 1st. There is no action required on your behalf as a retiree to fill out any forms or do anything unless, for example, if you are Medicare eligible and you haven't signed up for Medicare, you have to go ahead and do that as soon as possible. But with that said, Julie, is there anything else that you want to touch upon before we wrap up for today?
No, I don't have anything to add.
Great. Any other questions that anyone may have?
I have a question.
Oh, please, yes.
I missed the first part because I couldn't get onto the portal. I had problems. I can't seem to get an answer to, right now I'm on Horizon. I'm a retiree, and my birth date is February 9th. I applied for Social Security, and I'm really not getting an answer as to what Aetna plan I am entitled to.
And are you Medicare eligible yet? I'm sorry.
Yes, February 9th is my birthday. I just filed, the 3 months before, and I'm really not being given much information as to what I am entitled to as far as health benefits. I've been told Aetna or Horizon as a supplement, but nobody seems to be able to give me an answer as to which Aetna plan as a retiree I'm entitled to.
Gotcha.
They said they're automatically going to put me in Aetna, but they're not telling me which one. There's like 4 different plans when I go on to the state site that says I'm eligible, but I can't seem to get any information except that they're telling me call Aetna.
No. I'm glad you hopped on. And Julie, go ahead.
Yeah. So, being that you're not going to be on Medicare until we make the transition to the Aetna plan. So for the state, you're going to stay in whatever you have now. That is what we're going to enroll you in the equivalent plan. So if you're on the Horizon $10 copay plan, We're going to
Yes.
enroll you for
Okay.
January 1st. Yep, to the Aetna $10 plan, right? The equivalent plan to the Horizon. And then once you do get your Medicare ID number, if you can reach out to me, because then what we'll do is we'll transition you over to the Aetna Medicare Advantage plan. So in the state, they offer a Horizon 1525 Medicare supplemental plan, or about 3 or 4 different variations of the Medicare Advantage plans through Aetna for Medicare retirees. Moving forward for 1/1, the township provides the highest Medicare Advantage plan equivalent to the state, the Medicare Advantage $10 PPO ESA. So that's what you're going to automatically be transitioned to. You will likely get a letter once you're enrolled and the new year starts from the Metropolitan Health Insurance Fund saying, we know you're about to turn 65. Have you gotten your Medicare ID number yet? If so, please contact us. But you can circumvent that and just reach out to us. And then what I can do is just get a copy of your Medicare ID card and get you enrolled into the Advantage plan. So there's not much that, you will need to do. If you just reach out to me when you get that card, we'll take it from there.
Okay, so I guess what I was trying to determine is what would be the differences between what I have now. Like, is it comparable, the Aetna 10
Yeah.
plan, to what I have now?
Yep. So, okay. So as far as what you have today, when you go into the Aetna $10 non-Medicare retiree plan, it is the identical plan, right? So right now in the state health benefits plan, Aetna and Horizon are both available options to members, and they have exactly the same plans to members. So members can just pick between the two carriers. So the plan is going to be identical. It's just Horizon versus Aetna. Then when you move into the Medicare Advantage plan, it's basically the same as your $10 plan because you have a $10 copay. What changes is because now you're Medicare primary, you follow the Medicare network of doctors, which is like 98% or something of doctors across the country, right? So you just have to show that one card to doctors, and then they bill that one plan. And what it does is it pays the doctor what Medicare would have paid plus what the supplement would have paid. It basically bundles 2 plans into one.
Okay, that was my question that I couldn't get an answer on. Typical
Yeah, that's
Medicare
the same.
Advantage plans, like if you go for an MRI, which is something I go for, like, am I going to pay a copay like an Advantage plan, like, $90 or $100, whatever it might be,
No, it's
or is
no, it's
Medicare going to be
yeah.
billed and then Aetna pays the extra 20%? Or
It's kind of
the
that, but
balance?
it's kind of that, but it bundles it into one plan, right? So like when you're Medicare primary and you have a supplemental plan, you're right, Medicare pays its portion first, and then it leaves 20% for patient responsibility, excuse me, and then your secondary would pick up that 20%. This takes both of those two facets of a plan and puts it under one. So basically the doctor submits and it pays them 100% between the two, right? It's one
Oh,
time.
okay, okay.
Yeah. And
That's
then,
why,
when you
yeah,
see,
I was getting, I'm sorry, go
yeah, the
ahead.
state, no, the state is, yeah, the state's not great. The state's not great at explaining anything. If you want to, um, just, give me a call off, when the webinar is over, and we can just talk through it a little bit more as to exactly, what you're going to have to do, because you will have your Medicare February 1st, right? Because you're effective the first of the month that you turn 65.
Right,
So,
right.
we can talk about the process and stuff and stay in touch. That way I can get you moved over to the Medicare Advantage 2/1 with, seamlessly, basically. But, as of
Yes,
1/1, you're just going into the same plan you have now. It's just under Aetna. And then,
okay,
nothing
okay.
needed on your part there. Yeah, you're automatically enrolled that way. But
Yeah, I just wanted a little bit more information as to, it's not a typical Medicare Advantage plan.
no,
There's no additional benefits except you're
no.
getting your prescription, correct?
Yeah, exactly. So the typical Advantage plans that people see in the individual market, right? Like you might have a friend, a neighbor, a sister, whatever, that somebody has it or shopped it on their own, and they have some feedback on it. It is completely a different plan when it's on a group platform, especially for a public sector account, it's very different. Regular individual Medicare Advantage plans and supplement plans can vary and put a lot of depending on how much you want to pay for them, they could put more cost share onto the member, or you pay more for the plan and it puts less cost share. This is a Cadillac version of what's available to the general population. You as a retiree from the
Right.
township get a way better plan than Susie down the street.
Right. I mean, that's what I was weighing out is that this Advantage plan doesn't offer like dental, vision, things of that nature that typical other Advantage plans offer, because I'm paying now separate dental. So that's what I'm trying to weigh out. Am I, I'm be paying a portion of my medical. I'll also be paying
Gotcha.
the Medicare premium. And so now I'll have to continue to pay my dental. That's what I was trying to determine what's the best way for me. And that's what I was trying to get help with.
So you see the number on the screen, the 973-450-9800?
No, I'm
No,
actually.
she's dialing in. Yeah, she's dialing in.
Can't see. Oh, okay. Yeah. Right there. Write down this. Actually, well, what's your phone number? I'll call you when we hang up.
201-953-5460.
Okay, so basically what I'll do, I have, excuse me, I have somebody that I refer people to that does private individual Medicare plans. And he's really great. He knows everything that's out there. And he meets with people and he sees what your needs are and really helps you pick a plan. So I will give you his name and number when we hang up and I call you. You can run everything by him, right? Like, here's the plan that I'm going to get, and here's my questions, and he can show you what's out there and what the cost is and help you make your determination if this is the route you want to go.
Okay.
Okay.
That would be great. Wonderful.
What's your
you'll
name?
Call me with his name? My name is Joyce Hayes.
Joyce. Okay. I will call you. Yeah. When we hang up from here, I'll call you.
Okay. And your name is?
My name's Julie.
Thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Julie, we have some additional questions here on the chat. Someone is asking, as far as the gym membership, what are the health maintenance benefits under the retiree plans, such as gym membership, nutrition, etc.?
Let me just look real fast because they are different.
Yeah, while Julie is looking that up, because I know it can vary if you're non-Medicare versus a Medicare retiree. Someone else is asking here the URL for the presentation. We don't have a URL just yet because that doesn't get generated until the recording is actually completed, but we will be posting it on the portal and we will be emailing it to Alicia and Braden. If you have your email address with the township, they will go ahead and copy you on that. If you want to put your email address in the chat right now, I'll copy and paste it and I'll get it to you later on as well, besides posting it on the portal too. So good question there. Someone is asking about the dental plan that will be provided for retirees. I'll let Julie tackle that one as well once we talk about the reimbursement. Gym reimbursement and all that. And so let's talk about those maintenance benefits as the person mentioned.
Not the maintenance benefits.
Like a gym membership or anything.
Oh, yeah. So under the non-Medicare, excuse me, retirees, they get access to the Aetna fitness and or walking steps reimbursement. And I'm just trying to see if there's anything under the Medicare Advantage plan. Let's see. Sorry.
I'm getting, by the way, for those of you that are putting in your email addresses, I'm putting them into an email now. And as soon as the link is generated, I'll make sure that I get it to you.
Yeah, and I think also when we send that out, because I'm not seeing anything on the Medicare Advantage plans summary as to anything for fitness. So I have to double check that.
I would imagine that for those Medicare retirees that are in the Medicare Advantage plan, that any wellness or gym reimbursements or anything would be part of Medicare itself. So anything that Medicare would be offering would be part of that. But we'll get further clarification on that. And then Julie, with regards to the dental plan, I know that it varies slightly. If you are someone who is, there are 6 retirees that are getting dental benefits in the state through the state health benefits.
Correct. Yep.
If that is something that is applicable to you, you do have an option to opt into the dental benefits at the township. Please reach out to us if you are one of those 6 individuals. We know who the names are. We don't want to obviously say them on the recording for privacy purposes, but if that is applicable to you, reach out to us. Okay. I don't see any other questions, but again, if you would like to reach out to us directly, again, everyone's situation is unique, and we don't want to go ahead and discuss your personal situation on the recording, but reach out to us. You can call our office at 973-450-9800. I'll repeat that again because I know we have some folks dialing in. It's 973-450-9800. You can call our office 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, or you can send us an email at info@imacagency.com, and we will get back to you, usually same day. We'll at least acknowledge your email, and if we have to research that and go back to the folks at Aetna or at the Medicare Advantage plan, we'll get back to you either way. But for those of you that put in your email, I will go ahead and send that link in a little while. But thank you again for your time today. Again, please feel free to reach out, and please make sure you're presenting those new ID cards come January 1st. I can't stress that enough. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day, everyone.
Thank you.